After the end of that exquisite attacking performance from both teams, the game has obviously finished. Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, Leicester 0 in, great game. Nah, to be fair though, it's a good point given the fact of the opposition. I'm a bit disappointed given the circumstances. I think that was very much there for the taking. We very much easily could have won the game, but I'm not like mad that we've drew the game. I'm not going to scream. I'm not going to complain. I'm just disappointed that we didn't get the 3 points, which I felt as though we easily could have obtained, and these for the simple reasons. Number one, I felt as though we didn't show enough attacking intensity in the first half and the second half. Every time Neto was running at his man, every time Adama beat his man, there was only 2 players that were in the box. And for me, if you're going to win football matches and you play this system where you counter-attack, you need more players in the box. And I just felt as though we was a little bit too concerned on that sense. I mean, Neto and Adama were working their bollocks off to get back defensively. But it seems as though none of the other players from either the midfield or the wing-backs were busting a nut to try their best to get into the box and at least try and either attack or defend, attack the near post. Which I just think that was the only thing that was probably a little bit frustrating, to be honest with you. I felt as though there was another reason why we could have won the game as well. Leicester weren't the best. We did very, very well to contain them in terms of their attacking unit. We all know Maddison's a good player. We all know Harvey Barnes is a very good player. We all know that they've got these good players. And we did very, very well to nullify them to the fact that they were getting very frustrated. But again, I just felt as though we didn't really move away from our shell a little bit. It was like the substitutions kind of really made no difference. I mean, we brought on Fabio Silva, and again, Fabio Silva has got to score. The amount of times where I and myself, not just me, but many other people on the match reviews have said Fabio Silva has to score these opportunities, and he is consistently still not putting these goals away. The fact he's only got 1 goal with the amount of opportunities that he's had, that is not good enough for a striker. I don't care about your age, I don't care about your price tag. You have got to score the opportunities that go your way. If you don't score them, people are going to question you as a striker. And for me, the question marks towards Fabio Silva should be absolutely spot on. Because he doesn't look as if he's getting in the right areas, but he's just not putting them away. I mean, you can talk about confidence and whatever. He had a very similar opportunity after the Burnley game, where you all would have thought his confidence would be up, but it seems as though nothing's really changed on that fact. There was a couple of really good performances. I thought Kilman did well defensively. I thought Semedo got better as the game went on. I still think the criticism of him is kind of a little bit too harsh. We know in terms of one-on-one defending, he can't do it. But in terms of whenever the ball's in the air, defending the back post, he is very, very good at doing that. And that's all you ask for from your wing-back. I'm trying to think, Ruben Neves as well. He was probably my man of the match. He was winning everything in that midfield battle. He was just contributing again towards a team like him and Neto are by far the 2 best players that we've got at this football club. But it's a good point. It's a good point considering where Leicester are in the table. But I just envy Leicester a lot because you look at our squad, compared to Leicester's squad, Leicester probably do edge it in terms of players, having more quality, in terms of depth. In terms of starting 11, if everyone's obviously fit, and even when players aren't fit, player for player, we're level. We're pretty much Leicester. Obviously, they're quite high above us in that sense, but I don't think it's as far as people are making out to be. I'm just quite disappointed that we can't be in Leicester's position. But at the end of the day, I'm just complaining again for the sake of complaining. But no, it's fine. I'll be a happy clapper when we beat Southampton on Thursday and we get to an FA Cup final and finally win a trophy in my lifetime. Anyway, thanks for having me on Talking Wolves, and stay safe, everyone.
If you'd asked me at the start of the game, I would have took a point at Leicester. But after that, I'm disappointed that we haven't even scored, never mind won the game. This is the biggest problem in our season. We can't score. And, the chances, the Fabio chance, Adama's chance, they need to be put away. Even João Moutinho, 3 on the edge of the box, and he hasn't scored after scoring a worldie midweek. I feel like the only people that can score is Neto and Neves in our team. Jose didn't have a great game, very quiet. Surprisingly, I think we looked the best. And then at the end, I feel like we could have conceded, Vardy almost scoring at the end. Just a disappointing game, which is, I suppose you could say, is a positive, because 2 games ago, I didn't know what was going to happen in our season. But now it's we've gone against Leicester, who are up there, and we look like we could have won the game. So hopefully going on, we can push on, but I just think we're struggling to score. You know, Jose needs to start scoring, because otherwise I can't see where goals are coming from. Fabio, I know he's young, but he needs to score. You know, we can't. I know he's only 18, but you can't keep giving him the leeway. That chance there, he has to score. So, and then we've won the game. But well, you'd like to think we've won the game. Adama Traore, I think he's got the footballing brain of a 5-year-old. I think he's absolutely always in the wrong place at the wrong time. All he does is try to run at players. Sometimes it works. Most of the time, he's getting fouled and he's looking for fouls all the time. You know, he knows if he's been fouled. He's always trying to win the ref over, and the ref's not buying into it. So, I don't know. He's hit and miss for me, but he didn't have a good game.
So, Wolves 0, Leicester 0, and to be honest, a point that I'm actually pretty happy with, considering Leicester, you know, competing for top 4. I think that it's actually a good result to get against them today. I thought both teams would be disappointed to come away with just a point. I thought that we were really impressive. I thought that we definitely controlled midfield a lot better than we have in recent games. Really good to see Johnny back as well, although he did come off at half-time, so I'm hoping that's not an injury. I'm guessing it was just a precaution. But we look so much more balanced, and I think that's what Nuno's been on about really for recent weeks, is that we look far more balanced as a team, having a proper left-sided defender that can get up and down, knows the system well. And I was pretty happy with the way we deployed Semedo as well. It's quite similar to how Cancelo plays at Man City, in the sense that when he's deployed forward, when he's put forward, he cuts in field, gets in the half spaces, gets in between the lines, particularly the midfield and the defence. He always finds those little pockets on his channel, and it worked well for us because he was getting forward well, he was finding himself in spaces to shoot, he was creating space for Adama to get in behind as well. And when he obviously goes forward, then we have the back four that sort of comes back across. So you sort of have Bolly at right back, and then Cody, Kilman, and then Johnny on the left, and then obviously Hoover in the second half. So I was quite happy with that because it meant that we were able to get more attacking impetus despite playing 5 at the back. I thought Adama had a really good game today in terms of beating his man, driving us up the pitch, which is something that we haven't really seen too much this season. I thought his crossing could have been a little bit better. Having said that, Willian Jose didn't really get into the game. So it was a bit disappointing to see him not do a little bit more. Although Fabio Silva, when he came on, golden opportunity, has to score. And that was really the theme of the game, is that we're really seeing a frustrating side of Wolves that we have seen several times through this Nuno reign, which is we're not being clinical enough. When we get chances, we've got to take them. Moutinho had a great chance. Pedro Neto, who again was superb, he created a couple of opportunities as well that we should have put away. Adama getting he was getting to the byline so often, getting in crosses, but just no one really there to finish them off. Some of them were floated too high. We'd get in good opportunities and the ball wouldn't be quite right. Yeah, it was frustrating really. But a clean sheet again is really not too bad. We've kept a couple now. We're starting to get some decent form. I think that's only one defeat in the last 4 or 5. We've got Southampton twice now, and they're on a pretty poor run of form. So I'm hoping that we can actually take advantage of that and get a good result instead of giving them 3 points, which I think some fans might be expecting us to do. But overall, a very positive performance in terms of the overall team performance. But I think in terms of finishing, we've got to be more clinical and we've got to be just calmer in front of goal. I think that we're definitely finding spaces a lot easier. I think we're making use of the right-hand side a lot more, getting Semedo bombing forward, finding the spaces, opening things up for Adama. I think that's going to be probably one of our better routes to goal. That side and Neto as well. I mean, our right and left-hand side going forward is looking really good, so that's a positive sign. So yeah, a decent result. Hopefully we can take on the positives from the performance and take that on into Southampton. And if we can just be a little bit more clinical in front of goal, we should find ourselves winning a lot more games.
So, solid 0-0 performance I can't help look at that game now and think that is 2 points lost with that missed opportunity by Silva. It looked easier to score, and chances like that we need to put in the back of the net. Obviously, lots of positives from today's game. I think we looked a completely different side today with Johnny in the team. We've missed him massively. And looks like a new signing now, so that's good. So hopefully we can progress with him in the side. Neto, bag of tricks with him today, loads of skill in abundance, got happy to score in late goals, yet we decided to take him off of Morgan Gibbs-White, and I thought that was just a strange decision. I think we should have kept Neto on till the end, and could have grabbed a winner, but there you go. We'll take 0-0. Leicester are a good side. Keep tuning in to the fantastic work that Talking Wolves are doing. Over and out.
Alright, 0-0 Wolves, Leicester. Another 0-0 against a big side team. Last one was Chelsea. Neto, great game. First half was absolutely excellent. Running up the pitch, pumping the ball, getting it across to the attacking sides, and yeah, great game. And then he kind of around the 60th minute started to slow down, got subbed off, which is fair. He got like 2 nutmegs in the space of like 5 minutes or something. It was really cool. Traore had a battle with Justin, always trying to get past him. Justin was good, he kept blocking it, but he had a couple of times when he got it past, which was always nice. I think it was a mistake to bring off Jose. We bought him for a reason, to not replace Fabio Silva, but to put him in instead, because we know that Fabio Silva's not as skilled or advanced or has got much experience in professional football as Jose does, so we could have kept him on. Speaking about Fabio Silva, he missed that big chance. It was just him, he was onside, could have chipped it, gone in another direction, but no, he goes in the direction of the keeper and the keeper saves it, and we get a corner for that. Johnny's back, which is great to see, because obviously we're not struggling in that position. We got Nori, but Marcel's, I think, he's still out, and I think Ainori's also out. I'm not sure about that though. We come back with a clean sheet, which is good. We played well defensively. No Bolly, he's injured. Also, Kilman, good in the air. Say that pretty much every time. Towards the end, I think they had a few more chances, but Leicester are known for that, normally getting late goals. But yeah, good game overall, very even. They had 13 shots, we had 13 shots, same kind of game. But yeah, up next, Southampton in the FA Cup, and then we got them again in the league, so let's hope for a win.